Okay. At this time, we would like to welcome you officially to this program, this ceremony. And to do this for us this morning, we would like to call Mr. Robert Tong to do the official welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Children, good morning. And the radio, welcome to the Melissa Skerrit Foundation, where she continues to take care and provide assistance to those who need assistance at certain times in their lives. So I just want to have a round of applause for Mrs. Melissa Skerrit and her foundation. I want to say to you that this is not the first time. This is not the second time. This is not the third, fourth, or fifth time. This is the sixth time that she's doing this out of the kindness of her heart. So this is not the first time, and I'm sure by the grace of God, it will not be the last time. So I just want to welcome all of you to Roseville Central. Those of you who are not from Roseville Central, welcome. And those of you who are who live out of the city, welcome today. Sometimes we see the rain as a negative thing, but today I definitely see it as a blessing. It has made today very cool. I don't see anybody here today. And I'm to participate, and I'm going to get some lovely bags and also very important scholarships to take care of yourself. A message to you, the children. Grow up and also create jobs so you can hire other people. So again, welcome, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tong. Thank you very much. At this time,
good morning, everybody. I got in pro at speaking with the mask, so it's good. Let me say a special good morning to the head table, especially the lady of the hour, the parliamentary representative for the Roseville Central, Mrs. Melissa Skerrit. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your panel, and all the other members at the head table. Where do I begin? I think a good place to begin is to say to you this morning that my story can never be your story. My story is, when I went to primary school and I thought I was going to pass common entrance, my name didn't come out on the list. My story is, I wasn't going to go to secondary school. Your story is, if you're in grade 6 and you were sick on common entrance day, you still get a chance to go to secondary school because we have universal secondary education. Put your hands together for your government. My story is, when my principal realized I didn't pass, she tried to speak to the secondary school principal. They couldn't even get a spot for me. But my story is, I went to 1-7. They had to make another first form because so many children couldn't get in that Mr. Hubert Charles, had to make another first form to accommodate us. And my story is, I didn't really fail common entrance because look at me today. That can never happen to you under the Dominican Labour Party government. Put your hands together for your government. My story is, I was one of the first group of people to write CXC. And my name was in the New Chronicle as having performed well. But my story is I couldn't go to college because I couldn't afford to go to college. And I didn't even know that when you make it in the newspaper, you were supposed to get a scholarship. If Roosevelt Skerrit Honorable was the Prime Minister, he would find me in Good Hope to make sure I go to college. My story, your story can never be my story. So I didn't go to college, but I'm saying to you this morning, because we are ensuring that we pay the tuition, and we will pay the bus, and we will buy the books, and we will make sure you have a device, you can go to college no matter where you're from in Dominica. Put your hands together for your government. Some of you were born into this government. Some of you would never know some things because you were born into labor. Some of you are labor babies. Some of you are labor grade 6 students. Some of you are labor college students, so you will not know certain things. You will not know what it is to wake up and carry water and sweep yard, and your mother must cook for you. As a matter of fact, they don't even sell carriers again in store. Carrier was, you know it, Mama? Of course. Carrier was a product. All right now, part of your shopping list for back to school would be a carrier, because your mother must wake up and cook your food. And at lunchtime, the food is, yes, ma'am, it's sour something. And at lunchtime, the food is cold. And sometimes it is sour. Because as you walk in, so the food shaking in that thing. And those who couldn't afford a carrier, they could not wait for the young mother baby's milk to finish so they could get the tin. And by the time you uncover your tin, sometimes according to what the food is, it's black. Your story will never be that story, because this government provides a school feeding program where you can go to school, and if you didn't have breakfast, and you can have your meals hot at lunchtime. Your story can never be that story. And you didn't used to get school shoe, so many of us went to school without shoe, and to make it worse, we had to walk. Now you have school shoe, and you have a bus. I'm saying all this to tell you, you have no reason as students not to do well. And some of us, according to where we lived, when it was 6:30, lights off. So I can tell you, praise God, when I attended the Dominican Grammar School, I lived by a street lamp. So I used to do all my writing assignments in the afternoon, and at night, I would angle my page to study from the street lamp in the veranda. Your story can never be that, not under this Dominican Labour Party government. Put your hands together for your government. So, we have universal primary school. Everybody can go to primary school. Even if you have a disability, you can still go to primary school. Once upon a time when we had children, this is what we do for you. So now, even with a disability, you can be in school. As a matter of fact, we have students with disabilities who have made it all the way to college with a special teacher assigned to them. Your story can never be my story. So secondary school, everybody can go to secondary school. Everybody can go to college. You have a school feeding program. That pass. You have a uniform program. You get books. If you can't pay your CXC fees, it's paid for you. If you pass common entrance, you get a transfer fee. You have bags. You have device. And let me tell you something. The ladies who are under the Dominican Labour Party, we brought to it more affection. So in other words, I learned a new word yesterday at Classicals with my young people. All our girls can be fresh, and all our boys can have swag. Why? Because it's even if you're in a state where you still need more than the uniform, and you talk to your pal rep one-on-one, you can still get something more. And I'm saying that to say, none of our children have to go to school with any body odor, because the ladies on our team care. So if your need goes deeper than shoes and uniform, I'm saying you can still speak to Honorable Melissa Skerrit, because we have the auntie touch. We have the mommy touch. We have the sister touch. And we don't want you to have us just have a touch. We want to touch you with the touch. So make sure if you need more, you can ask. All our boys must have their swag, and all our girls must be fresh. I want to talk to these students. Keep your self-esteem up. You have no reason why your self-esteem should be low. because your toe will not be sticking out of your shoe, because your shirt will be clean, because you will not have your book in some old ragged bag falling out. And that is what you need to have your swag and your fresh, to look fresh and swag among everybody else. Nobody will know I got my bags and I will give out my bags and I will say my bag is from Auntie Mel. I have to, my constituents have to call her Auntie Mel, you know, because I will say Auntie Mel that send the bags. So I commend her highly for the effort that she's making. And you know what? She's not doing that for a vote. Long before she knew she was going to run for election, that foundation was there. Put your hands together now for Miss Melissa. I want to say to our students, be present in school. You have no reason to be absent. Be present. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Anything you're not comfortable with, speak to somebody about it. Preserve your integrity. But that means all you need is clean not to support your children. Even if you didn't go to high school, you can support your children. You know what is 30%. And you know what is 90%. So even if you didn't go to high school, when your child comes home with 30%, you know there's something not so right. You know the difference between a cross and a tick. You don't even need anything to know that. And sometimes all it needs is that you just sit up with the child on the table while he or she is doing his assignment. Support your children. Oh, you look good, you look all right. Compliment them. Compliment your girls.